Yes, good morning, everyone. So, in previous class, we have seen dynamically typed language. Why Python is one of the dynamically typed language, and also we have seen we have seen interpreted programming languages, isn't it? Okay. So today we are going to see the notes of this, what theory says. So first we'll start with the naming convention. Okay, naming convention. What is the naming convention of this? Whenever we write any code in Python, and when we want to save that particular file, we have to save it as a .py extension with a .py extension. Okay, so Python programs are saved with the .py extension. For example, the file name you provide, .py you give. Okay, this you consider it as the first point. The second I will say is internal process. Internal process. How does it work? So we have two things. In internal process, we have two things. One is compilation. Okay, one is compilation. What is this? This, I would say, the Python source code is checked for syntax error by the Python compiler. Okay, by the Python compiler. If no error are found, it's converted into byte code .pyc. Already we have seen yesterday, right? Yes, once we write the code, we call it as source code. Source code then will come to the Python compiler, and then Python compiler does two works, two tasks. One is to check for the syntax error, and second to convert source code into byte code. Okay, that byte code is an intermediary code, you can say, intermediate process. Error are displayed if syntax issue exists. Clear? Okay, syntax issue exists. Next is the execution process. Execution process. So what is this execution now? This is compilation. Now we'll be seeing execution. Now the main term in execution is PVM. The PVM reads the byte code line by line, okay, and converting it into machine readable code. Is it clear? Machine readable code. So let me open that particular I can see here the source code is there. Okay, example.py is one of the source code we have. That source code is coming to the compilation process to Python compiler. Okay, this Python compiler then checks for the error. What type of error? What type of error? Syntax error. Okay, Python compiler checks for the syntax error. Then if there is no error, then it will convert the source code into bytecode. Okay, intermediate code also we can say. Everything is being done line by line because it is an interpretation process. Interpretation says it converts everything line by line or checks everything line by line. After this PYC, that means conversion of source code into bytecode, this bytecode will come to PVM. PVM read line by line of bytecode and convert it into machine understandable code. Machine language binary, okay, like binary language, okay, and finally gives to OS. It is not OS, it is, you keep it, consider it as OS, and process for further sorry, OS and processor for the further process, and they give the result. Okay, that is one thing. There is a hierarchy, right? There is a process. Execution. We are in execution. The PVM reads the bytecode line by line, converting it into machine readable code. Is it clear? Okay. This code is then interpreted by the operating system and the processor to produce the final result. Am I clear this? Am I clear with this? Okay. And the third is interpretation based language. We have seen the naming convention, we have seen the internal process comes with two different things, compilation and execution. They are the part of this internal process. Okay, and then interpretation based programming language, obviously it is Python. PVM is Python is one of the, so Python's execution involves a line by line conversion, you say. Okay, line by line conversion process, making it an interpretation based programming or language, you say, programming language. Am I clear with this? Okay. Yes. Starting from you, tell me what is the process of interpretation. How does it work? What syntax error, program execution? Tell me properly, no? The easiest notes I'm giving you. No harsh word, nothing is there. No advanced word I'm using. Tell me. Don't know. Little bit lag is there. So 80% of answer is correct. 20% you have to make it up. So read the notes and understand. What happened to you guys? You are in class, concentrating properly, getting bored, then tell me. Hmm? Why it is so? Yes, online. Chandrasekhar, Nagasai, and Tarun. What is interpretation based programming? Just now she explained, not in so proper way, but she has explained. Huh. What is this? Okay, I'll show you this. Now tell me, what is source code? What's your good name? Rajshekhar. What is source code here? And what is byte code? Guys, this is beginning, isn't it? This is initial days we are going through, and still you're facing so many issues. What is happening? Hmm? Yesterday also I have explained you same thing in a proper way. Today also I'm giving the theory part of this. Still you are facing the same issue. Hmm? Okay. Let's talk about PVM. PVM means Python Virtual Machine. Guys, if you have any kind of doubt, immediately ask me. Okay? Do not keep silent. Is it clear? Both of you. What's your good name? Bharat. Bharat and Chandrasekhar. Rajshekhar. Both. And you guys also. Okay? Immediately, whenever you get any doubt, small doubt as well, no issues. Ask me immediately. Because if you think later on I will ask, later on you will forget. Okay? So immediately raise the question and clarify your doubt. Do not wait for the time. So PVM, the PVM is basically it is a part of Python software. Okay, and reads the data. Oh, sorry, reads the byte code line by line and convert it into what? Machine readable code. Understood? Quite easy. That is it about the interpretation process. Clear it is? Let me explain you one more time. See, step by step you try to understand. Whatever you write, okay, whatever Python programming you are going to write, that is known as source code. Did you understand? At least say yes or no every time. Okay, did you understand or not? Ah. So source code is what you are gonna write as a programming language. Okay, that is known as source code. Got it? So Python programming, whatever, even though if you write a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20, that is a source code. Even if you add two numbers, that is also a source code. Understood? Okay. That source code, once you save it as a .py file, that source code will get converted into a bytecode. Before that, there is a Python compiler. Okay, Python compiler does what? It checks for the error. It checks for the syntax error, and if there is any syntax error, immediately it is going to show to your console. If there is no syntax error if there is no error, it is going to convert that source code into what? Bytecode. Are you still there? So what it does? Source code into bytecode. Then bytecode is the intermediate code. Okay, bytecode is the intermediate code. You can check here. This bytecode, you can also call it as intermediate code. Okay, this bytecode then will process to whom? PVM. We call it as execution process. This is what? Execution process. Now in this execution process, what it does? PVM reads line by line of code, bytecode, and convert those bytecode into what? Machine understandable code, and then we'll give it to the operating system or the processor for the further execution, further output, you can say. Understood? Is it clear or not? Pakka? One more time. Wait. I'll explain you in detail. Try to understand this, okay? There is a source code. I will say I have written A is equals to 20, B is equals to 30, and I am writing A plus B. What is the answer of this? 50. Okay, this I have written and I have given it as, let's say, sum dot py. So whenever you are writing a code, it could be, let's say in C programming, you write C, uh, the extension would be the file name dot cpp. In Java you write file name dot Java. Okay, in Python similarly you give what? The file name dot py. So py is nothing but in Python extension. We call it as extension, Python extension, you can say. Clear it is? What is extension? For when you listen the music comes with MP3, videos MP4, right? Photos JPG, PNG, JPEG. All these are what? Extensions. Different file format, different extensions we have. Similarly, this is also one of the extension we have. Did you understand this? Is it clear or not? Baba, yes or no? Huh. Okay. Now let's go for it. Now you have written A is equals to 10, B is equals to 30, and A plus B. You got the answer. The file name is what? Sum.py. This sum.py, now you try to understand this. You have written this sum.py. So sum.py is one of the file, or also we can call it as, okay, clear it is. This source code will get converted, sorry, this source code, and then it is going to convert it into what? Bytecode. But in between, what will happen? In between, there is a Python compiler. What it does? It checks for syntax error and Also plus it also convert source code into bytecode. Is it clear up to now? This source code we have written as a .py file. Clear? This .py file is being converted into bytecode, but before that, Python compiler will check for syntax error. If any type of error is there, then this particular example or .py file is not going to run. It is not going to execute. It will throw error. Understood? Clear it is. Next step is what? Once this is getting compiled, this will become sum.pyc. This pyc file is nothing but byte code. Is it clear? And who converts this source code into bytecode? Python compiler. Understood? Is it clear? Now what happens when it get converted into bytecode? It will become an intermediate code which we can't understand. Okay, and computer also need this pyc file to convert this into what? Machine understandable code. For that we have pvm. Pvm converts the bytecode into what? Machine readable code, you can say. Clear it is? After machine readable code, after this bytecode get converted into machine readable code, it will come to operating system and the processor, and we'll get the result. That's it. This is the step. Did you understand now? Any doubt? Now tell me what it is. You know Telugu? Go ahead. Why? Am I gonna eat you? Then? Okay, relax. Okay, relax. Now tell me. In Telugu only, you tell me. I don't know Telugu, but with your expression, I'll try to get it. Tell me. Step is there, right? This. It is what? Now start. Source code is hmm. 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 Read the notes properly. Okay? Read the notes properly, and tomorrow I will ask the question. Okay? Be prepared. You guys, did you understand this? Clear it is? Okay, fine. Now, shall we move? Now, the next concept is Python is also high level language. Fifth, we have seen. Sixth one, high level programming language. As Python is one of the high level programming language. Okay, but what is the meaning of this high level programming language? What is the meaning of this high level programming language? So first of all, you write it. Basically, there are two types of programming languages. First, we call it as low level programming language, and the second we call it as high level programming languages. Clear? Now, what is low level programming language? I'll take this. So the data representation in these low level programming language is something which represents binary, octal, hexadecimal. Okay, write it down. In this programming language or languages, you say, we use low level data or data representation, you say, like binary, octal, and hexadecimal. Clear it is? This isn't, this data is not immediately understandable by programmers, or I would say, or to end users. Okay? Is it understandable online, everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Just give me a quick confirmation. Yes. Okay. Good. Now, what these kind of data we have? For example, let me give you an example. System knows what type of language? Binary. Now, let's say if I give 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. Now, tell me what is the answer of this? Quickly. Quickly. You need to calculate it. You need to calculate it. Okay, you will get some time to calculate, and then you will answer it, isn't it? Now immediately, can you answer this? No, because this data belongs to whom? To the system, because system can understand this type of data very easily. Okay, if I say, let's say 0027, answer this, you won't be able to answer this, right? If I say 0x a e e c, can you answer this? No. These type of data are known as, these type of data are known as what? Low level data. Clear? These type of data are known as what? Low level data, which cannot be understandable by the human immediately. Yes, I can calculate it and I can access it, I can understand it. Clear? But immediately we can't we can't understand this type of data. To do so, we have something called Python. Okay, let me give you an example of this with Python itself. So for next 2-3 weeks, I'm going to use Python command like this. Okay, black screen Python command. Okay, after that we will go to the batch mode. Clear? So let's start with it. I say A is equals to 10. 10 is what type of data? We don't know. You know what type of data it is? You know it. It is a integer value. Okay. Now tell me bin of 10. What type of data it is? 1010. The representation of binary. Okay. I say let's use something like 0b 00010001000100001, something like this. Can you able to understand this? What type of data it is? No, what type of, this is a binary. But what is the equivalent? What is the output for this? What is the decimal value for this particular binary? That means when we convert this low level data into high level, what should be the answer for this? Do you know? No, you have to calculate it, right? But immediately it is going to say that this particular binary value belongs to what? 532609. It represents this decimal value. Understood? If I say something like 0x, okay, AEEC, we don't know what is the representation of this in decimal. But this, with the help of my Python, which is a high level programming language, even though we are giving low level data here, it is being able to convert this low level data into what? High level data. Check it. I got 44780. This is my high level data. This is my low level data. This is my low level data. Are you able to understand? Clear it is. If I say something like A is equals to 0B 10100, 20 it is. Okay, 10100. If you print A here, you will be getting 20. Because I know, prior I have seen this, that's why I know. But if I get longer binary value, I won't be able to answer it. Why? Because I need to take pen and paper and I need to calculate it. Understood? This is known as low level data. This is known as what? High level data. Even though we are providing here a low level data, my Python programming is one of the high level programming language which is able to convert low level data into high level data as well. Okay, this is binary. Let's talk about octal. So I'll say A is equals to O 0O, I would say 24. So when I print this, 20 is the answer for octal value. Let's change this, not 24. Let's keep it as 27. Now 23 is the answer of octal of 27. This 0027 is my low level data. Converting this low level data into high level data. Similarly, if I say A is equals to 0x 0x FACE. Okay, I'll explain you how you can check this. Okay, I'll explain you all these things, how we are getting all this data. If I print a 64206 is the answer for FACE low level data. And what is the high level data? 64206. Did you understand? But what is the purpose of this? That is also I'll explain you. Just this is the example for low level data. Clear it is? And we call it as, I would say, I will just keep here a comment and I will keep, this is known as binary. This is octal. This is hexadecimal. That's it. But that is what we are converting, right? We are converting this. So we won't keep these things here. I will tell you the proper example. These are my low level data. Now the thing is, what is high level data then? Now high level data, even though we provide low level data to our Python programming. It is able to convert those low level data into high level data. That is it. Okay. In these programming languages, even though we use lower level data representation, level data uh, like uh, like binary, binary, octal, or hexadecimal. Okay, high level data, high level programming language like Python automatically convert convert them into what? Into decimal data. I'll explain you the conversion of binary to decimal, decimal to binary, octal to decimal, decimal to octal, and hexadecimal to decimal, decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, I will explain you not now. Let the people join first, let the people register first, then afterwards I will explain you all those in detail things. Okay, so which programmers and end users can understand. Okay, example is what? Example is the Python program. Python is one of the high level programming language. Okay, and same, you just take all this example. This is the example for this. Now this is my low level data. I would just call it as a low level binary data. Similarly, this also. Okay, not this. I will keep this as, and just remove this. This one I will keep. Okay, two different output we are getting. That is why I have taken this. So this is low level binary data. This is low level octal data. This is low level hexadecimal. Okay, and these are whatever we are getting as an output. These are what? High level. Copy it and just I will paste it here. These are my high level data. This is also high level. Clear it is? Did you understand now? Clear? Any doubt? Okay. So basically high level data is nothing but which is able to convert low level data into high level programming language, not data. Okay. High level programming language. High level programming language such as Python is one of the language which, even though if we provide any low level data, it will convert those low level data into high level data automatically. Okay, we do not have to take pen and paper and calculate and all those stuffs. We do not have to do it. Okay, internally, implicitly, Python will convert those low level data into high level data. That's it. Clear? Okay, you can also check for high level data into low level data. For example, let's say a is equals to 100. 100 is one of the high level data. That means we can understand it. We know 100 is 100, right? Okay, there is a meaning of 100. But if I try to convert this high level data into low level data, there are some function like bin of a, binary of that particular a value. A is what? 100. So when you go for it, 0b1100100, this is the binary of 100. Similarly, if you go for 100 octal, so you go for OCT of A. So this is the octal of A. When you want to go for hexadecimal, go for what? Hex of A. So this is the hexadecimal value of 100. Am I clear with this? Is it clear? These are my data, high level to low level to high level. But see, this is a mathematical intuition. Plus minus things are only are there, right? So I'll explain you how to convert binary into decimal and decimal into binary. Everything I'll explain you. Okay. Next is, did you understand so far? The seventh one, we call it as robust. Robust is nothing but we call, in other word, we call it as strong. Python is one of the strong language, or we can say it is a robust language. Okay. There is a concept why Python is known as a robust language, because of one reason. The reason is known as exception handling. Did you ever heard about exception handling? What is exception handling? Yes, online. Online, everyone. You don't know? Okay, I'll explain you now. So Python is considered as as an robust programming language because it offers exception handling. Just give me a moment, guys. Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Is it now? Is it coming? Yeah. So if I execute this now, it is going to give you an error, zero division error, because we can't divide 10 by 0. We can't divide 10 by 0. Obviously, it is going to give undefined value, right? So that is what the error we are getting is zero division error. Now the question is, can this particular error message will also be understandable by non-technical person? Non-technical person in the sense non-programmers. We are programmers, okay, we know what is the meaning of zero division error, but would if they use our application, for example, you have created an application, there you are getting something like this, will they be able to understand this particular error message? No, right? Because this is going to be a new things to them, new word to them, right? They can't understand this particular technical message. We call it as a technical message. Okay, this particular thing should be handled now. Okay, this particular thing should be handled. How we are going to handle this? Now let's say, now there is a concept of exception handling. Exception handling, which makes our Python as one of the robust language. Clear? Now to handle this, I will use try block, and you do not have to worry about what I am writing here. Okay, whatever I am writing here, that later on I will explain you everything about in detail. But for now, you try to understand. This is a simple programming. I have taken two variables 10 and 0, two values 10 and 0. I am trying to divide 10 by 0. Obviously, it is not possible. That's why it is giving what? Zero division error, right? Now when we handle this type of thing using exception handling, that only makes my Python programming one of the robust programming language. Am I clear with this? To handle this, I will just take an except block and just copy this, take it here, and I will print, and I'll tell you what is exception handling. Okay, what is the purpose of it? I will print here simple, do not use 0 as the denominator. Okay, now when I execute this, it is not giving the error, it is giving a proper message, error message, which is now user friendly as well, because user don't know what is the technical error messages, right? But user can understand this particular thing because it is a simple English language. Do not use 0 as the denominator. Everyone knows what is denominator. So now they are not going to use 0 as the b value here. Did you understand? Clear it is? Yes or no? Okay, so that is what. Now what is the purpose of exception handling? The purpose of exception handling is to make our Python application robust. Robust in the sense strong. Clear? How it is going to make it a strong language? Because it has the concept of exception handling. And exception handling, the definition of it is nothing but it converts the technical error message into what? User understandable message. Understood? That's why even if you give a complicated, you can say, if you have a complicated error message as well, you can handle this type of error with the help of exception handling, and then just show the technical error message conversion into what? User understandable message, so that the user can easily understand it, whatever the mistake we are making. For example, let's see a simple example I'll be giving you. ATM, you go to ATM, right? When you when you type wrong pin, what it should show, or what it shows? Invalid or incorrect pin, right? Isn't it? Now what if you write something wrong over there, and immediately it gives a technical message, will you be able to understand? No, right? Technical message we can't understand. As a layman, as a normal human being, non-programmers, we can't understand technical messages, right? What if the ATM machine gives you technical message? You will get confused. What is this message? Yes or no? But instead, what it is giving? A proper message which can be understandable by everyone. Now that ATM application is one of the robust application they have created. Why? Because even the user is making so many mistakes, it is giving a proper message, proper response it is giving, and proper in a proper message, simple way, simple words, right? Here also, if I say what is zero division error, immediately if I ask you what is zero division error, you will also get confused what it is when we get this zero division error, isn't it? But if I just write like this, do not use zero division zero as the denominator, now you can easily understand that he is trying to say that we can't divide any number by zero. That's why it is saying this particular error message. In place of name in a form, let's say you are filling a form, in place of name if you are giving number, would it be good? In place of age you are giving name, would it be good? It should go for one message. So if it is giving technical error message, you won't be able to understand. But if it is giving a user understandable message, easily you will understand it. That is what it makes as a robust programming language. Is it clear? Clear it is? Okay. So let it be for tomorrow. I will explain you what is exception, what is exception handling. Exception is nothing but, you can say it is a runtime error. Okay. And runtime error, as a programmer, we have to anticipate with it. As a programmer, we need to anticipate it with. But who creates this runtime error? User. Understood? For example, a simple example I am giving you. Let's say you have created a form. Okay, you have created a form, web application you have created with your form, and that form one user is filling it. Now in place of name he is entering mobile number, in place of age he is entering his name, in place of something he is entering something. Okay, now it is programmer responsibility to acknowledge them with their programming itself, to acknowledge them that whatever you are writing, it should be appropriate and in the appropriate field. If you are writing mobile number, it should be in the mobile number field itself. If you are writing a name, it should be in the name field itself. If you are writing age, it should be in the age field itself. Okay, no mistake can happen, or no mistake can be happen by the user, so that therefore you are going to use what? Exception handling here. To handle those type of, you need to anticipate it with it. Because user makes this exception, basically not exception, you can say runtime error. Exception is nothing but runtime error. Now what is runtime? While using ATM, you are running an application. ATM machine is one of the application, isn't it? Now you are using it, you are keeping card inside, you are entering your pin, everything you are doing, you basically are running the application. Now while running, you are making a mistake of flipping the card and inserting in wrong way. That is also one of the exception, isn't it? So that is, while running any application, when you create any error or when you make any error, that is nothing but an exception. Exception, every exception is an runtime error. Okay. So we have separately, we have this exception handling concept. Okay, later on we will see all this concept as well, but for now, to make you understand what is robustness, what is, why Python is a strong language, I have told you this. Okay, so tomorrow I will explain you about this exception handling with my theory part. Okay, and we'll move to the next part. Shall we stop it for today? Is it clear? Any doubt online? Online, everyone? Clear it is? Yes, Nagasai Tarun, what happened? What about you guys? Yeah, clear? Okay. Here, Bharat, Chandrasekhar, right? Gayatri, clear it is? And what's your good name? Sharmila. Sharmila. Is it clear for you? Okay, good. So, yeah, then keep joining the class and do not fall behind. Okay, we'll go like this only. And once we reach to the I would say a particular level, then I'll be explaining more in detail. Okay, now I'm just explaining you about the features. We are in the features only. Okay, so I don't want to make you confused, that's why I'm not giving too much examples here. Okay, when it comes to programming language, then I will start giving you so much examples, and then I will give you assignment questions, practical questions, and you have to do it daily. More examples, more assignment, more practice. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.